Hey, welcome back to another episode of Turok the Dinosaur Hunter. This episode, I'm going to run into a pillar, and then I'm going to find my way over to level 7 and get started. So this is the Lost Land. You get this little, like, Legend of the Hidden Temple sounding music to start with. If you had the extended draw distance turned on and everything, you could see the entirety of the inside of this cave, and you could be able to snipe a lot of the enemies, because there's not just these guys, there's those guys, which for this level they're going to replace like the commandos and stuff. And here's another alien weapon. If you weren't able to get it, you know, in the past level, you can get it right there. Like I said, a lot of the secrets in this game is just to try and get some of the weapons earlier, as opposed to Turok 2, where a lot of the areas, the hidden areas and secret areas and darn it, secret areas and hidden areas and stuff are for like progression items. I think there's another guy around here. Right there, yeah. But like, take out these beetles here. Like, beetles are kind of obnoxious in this game, but like, they're nowhere near as bad as the fireflies, and this level will show you why. Actually been a few levels where you run into them before, but like you can completely avoid them. We gotta watch out for this raptor. The raptor's got a gun now. And watch out for the plants. According to Alan Parrish, the yellow ones were the ones you have to look out for, because the purple ones only are based on movement. Well, he didn't say anything about the green ones having both the abilities. Oh, darn it. I think I have to go through this now. Yeah, there's no... Oh, no, I can jump back. I don't think there's really a reason to go through that one. I think it's just ammo and stuff. And it took him a while. He was thinking about it, wasn't he? But... this is kind of like the... Well, it's the second to last level, but it's kind of like the everything starts to come to like fruition level. I said that the last level, the music in the last level sounded like getting ready to storm the castle. This one is literally the level of storming the castle. So... you know, this is the one that's like everything starts coming together, everything starts to culminate into the ending, the final fight. And you still have to find 2 keys and a piece of a chronoceptor here. You have to take out all the enemies so that these pillars in the middle raise up. But the next level, you don't have to worry about any of the keys. And the nice thing about it is the chronoceptor is literally right before the final boss. So you don't have to really run around looking for anything. You can just try and go through. It's still a really, really long level, though. Try not to get hit by these guys. I don't think I want to jump down that way. I don't even have that weapon yet. Although we can get one in this level pretty easily. But I don't think it's worth risking life or limb to get the ammunition for it, because we're not going to be hurting for the ammunition for it. Nope. Okay. Just wanted to check out. And then you got these guys pulling out all the stops, like taking the Triceratops, like, and making it into a tank. and they take a million hits. Like if there's no reason, like if you can get past them without fighting them, it's almost worth doing that. Just simply because like of how many hits they take. I think this opens up a cave up here, if I'm not mistaken. Or that little way over there, which I don't remember what's over here. I think it's just, you know, it's not to a key because the keys are kind of out in the open. Watch out for the beetles. I think this is just a way to like, yeah, more tech armor and stuff. No reason to fight those beetles, like they're not going to chase us down. After a certain point, they're going to just turn away. Swap to the assault rifle. Oh. Swap to a weaker weapon as soon as I have to deal with a Wizard of the Coast. Ultra health. Thank you. Just run past this guy. Ouch. One past that guy. I think I have to kill this guy actually, or I can't like continue. This is, I don't remember if like at any other point in the game they make you do it, but like at this point they're gonna start making you fight enemies to continue, which we already saw with all the aliens trying to get the pillars to raise up so we can climb across. Wow, 5 hits. Guess he was eating his Wheaties today. Wizard of the Coast, which actually I think I can just later. But I kind of like, I was laughing the other day to break the illusion a bit. Today is the 9th of June, and the episode 2 of Sly Cooper uploaded on the 5th. I just kind of think it was funny because like when I was recording it, I wasn't anticipating the fact that I was talking about the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct and being like, yeah, I don't know, I just wasn't that interested in it and like all of that, and I'll just have to see how it looks when it comes out. And I like when I recorded that, I didn't anticipate it to be like, you know, released the same day. But on a quick aside, before I finish that thought, if you notice there's bubbles and flames coming out of this lava pit, but there's not any over here, it's because it's fake lava. That's actually going to be really important when it comes to getting the Chronoscepter piece in this level. I just wanted to point it out because you do get a hint about it earlier in the level, but it's very easy to to bypass it. And if I remember correctly, the key is up here. The first key is up here. But like I was saying, to finish the thought about the get out of here, about the Switch 2 and everything. Well, I guess the key isn't up here. I know I haven't passed it yet. At least I don't think I've passed it yet. Anyway, so what I was saying about, you know, that, I just think it was funny that it ended up, you know, uploading on the day that the actual Switch 2 was released. That just kind of cracks me up a little bit. I don't know why. But, like, just grab this and go. It's a rocket launcher. Rocket launcher. But I just kind of thought that was a little funny that it was like, oh yeah, it uploaded. And since it's been about like 4 days, I didn't get it. I'm not, planning on getting one anytime soon. I might eventually get one. I know I kind of made it sound like I wasn't ever gonna get one, but I just like I don't buy consoles when they first come out. It hasn't been advantageous to buy a gaming console the day it comes out, or like even the week it comes out, in a long time. Especially because a lot of consoles don't really have very many games on release anymore. And it was only I think it was only the Mario Kart game, right? There wasn't really anything else. But from what I heard, the kind of consensus of a lot of people who did buy it on release was just that it's kind of just an upgraded Switch, the first Switch, which is cool. I don't have a problem with that. I think I was saying something along the lines of I feel like a lot of games consoles are just becoming greatest hits, and that's okay. To have the ability to play the game on another console is great, especially if you missed out on it and it's a game that's really hard to play anywhere, so I think that's fine. I don't know if it sounded that I was saying something bad about it, but here's where we go for the Chronoscepter piece. But I don't know, I just think it's I was saying in that video, and I think I've said it a few times since, my interest right now is just kind of trying to go back and playing a lot of the games that I missed on the consoles that I have and had growing up, or trying things that I didn't get an opportunity to try growing up. So it's not that I'll never get Switch 2, or it's not that I'll never oh, wolf. It's not that I'll never get a Switch 2, or if they ever come out with a PlayStation 6, which they probably will. It's not that I never plan on getting any of those. It's just that I don't really have an interest. If I get a PlayStation 6 and it's before there's really any incentive for me to do so, games that I would think are interesting and stuff, I gotta wait for them to synchronize in a way that I can actually climb up. There's nothing I can do. It's a waiting game at this point. I think the biggest thing that would make me excited about a PlayStation 6, which I don't think they plan on doing, because I think they were trying to remove the disk drive of the PlayStation 5. I don't think the PlayStation 6 would even have a disk drive on it, if I'm being honest. I have no reason to think that they'll have one on it. But I think the thing that would make a PlayStation 6 really exciting to me is if it's completely backwards compatible all the way to PlayStation 1, and that you don't have to have the actual memory card port or anything, because you can just save it on the internal memory, the internal hard drive. I think that would be really neat if it's complete and total backwards compatibility. I don't think they will do that. I would be surprised if it's even compatible all the way back to PS4. There's one of the keys. And then the other key is once we've kind of gotten into the fortress, which is coming up. So I don't think they plan on doing that. I think that's just to some items that kind of waste your time. And dealing with certain enemies that kind of take a lot of hits and waste your time. So I'm just not going to climb over there and deal with that. I'm just going to go this way. And I'm going to... shotgun, I guess. They kind of want you to do the grenade launcher. I guess I will. But it's so imprecise. So you like, look at that. But yeah, so that for me it's like, you know, if it's completely backwards compatible and every game you've ever bought digitally can be on it, and every game you know, own physically you can play, then like that would be really exciting for me, for the prospect of that. And if they gave you the ability to download, not only download, but buy the stuff that was available in the PlayStation 3 market, like the PlayStation 1 games, or like you know, PS3 games, and it's not locked behind. The one thing that kind of annoys me about the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation Plus is that like I don't have, you know, PlayStation Plus, and they started putting PlayStation 3 games, some of which, by the way, you can get like a PS4 or PS5 copy straight on the PS, you know, from the PlayStation Network. And it's like, for an example, like Resident Evil 5, for an example, you can get right on the PlayStation Network for the PS4 copy. Who's shooting me from where? Where did you come from? So you can get a PS4 copy on PS5, but then they have where it's like, oh yeah, you can play the PS3 version if you have the PlayStation Plus. So we want to, just on a quick aside, you want to hit this switch and run like hell over here to that spot where we first saw coming in, because you don't get a lot of time to get through there. And we're coming up here to get the key, and that's all we'll need. But to finish, like I was saying, like, you know, they have like PlayStation 3 versions of the PS, like games you can still get on PS5 or PS4, which is fine, I guess. But like, you know, there's some games like I would love to get Just Cause 2, which I can probably, I had a copy of it, but I can probably just buy it, download it on my PS3. But like I was saying, you know, it's kind of weird how they do that. Like, oh, you gotta have like the PlayStation Plus to get access to the PlayStation 3 stuff, but we're not going to give you the opportunity just to outright buy the PlayStation 3 games, because we want you to buy the PlayStation Plus subscription. And I think I've already expressed a few times already how much like I hate the idea of subscription services now. I still think that they can be useful, and I still think that they can be convenient, but like I hate the idea of like, you can't just buy the program for like you can't buy a program for a like an agreed upon price. You can only like buy a program for like $10 a month, but like that stuff really adds up super quick. If you jump back this way, like this is where you would get the shockwave weapon if you didn't already have it. But I'm just trying to grab some ammo. Gotta be careful, it's a death pit. So that's where you would get the alien weapon, shockwave weapon. Somehow, if you didn't have a grenade launcher or a rocket launcher by this point, you can get them there. God, I love this gun. I'm not going to hit that button yet, because it's not going to be helpful to me to get that button yet. because of those guys up there. Cool. Didn't want to like get up on that platform and just be out in the open, you know. So we hit this button, it lowers that. But I guess I'll say one or two more things about that, and then I'll put it to rest. Yeah, but I just, you know, if they had a PlayStation 6 come out and it was completely backwards compatible, you know, I thought I had explosive. I'm just gonna run past them. Completely backwards compatible all the way to PlayStation 1, and you can play games and save data and stuff without any issues, then I might be like really interested in it. Even though I still have a PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I don't have 4. I got rid of my 4 when the 5 basically became the upgraded 4. But, yeah, so I still have those consoles. I can still play on them. That's not like the issue. It just, especially with like HDMI and stuff, like it would be a lot better and easier if you could just play on a PlayStation 6 or something. But I don't even think there's even been any announcements, unless I'm just completely out of the loop. I don't think they've even talked about a PlayStation 6 yet, or at all, or anything. But I think there's a yellow one still, right? Yeah. But like I said, at the moment, I guess the only quote-unquote new consoles I'm interested in are the consoles that are new to me. Like if I got a Sega Genesis or something like that, but I'm not really super hyper interested in buying like another new console, at least not, you know, anytime soon. Because it would be kind of, to me, a little crazy to jump straight into buying a new console that just comes out, like without them going through and trial running all the bugs and stuff that usually happens, you know, because some things make it through and not having any games worth picking up for the console. So eventually maybe I'll get one, like a Switch 2, but like right now I'm still kind of just like, I don't think it's worth, for me personally. If you want to buy it, I'm not saying anything negative about it, you know, go ahead. But for me, like, I don't see a point in buying it just for it to be like a better Switch when I play my Switch and I have games and stuff for it, but like I don't have any real issues with it, you know. But I'm gonna end the episode there. Next episode probably will be the final episode. If you watched to this point in the video, I appreciate it. If you did watch the video as well, I got my outro mixed up, guys. If you watched the video, I appreciate it. If you made it to this point in the video, I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.